All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to start with our toe lifts. And I really do need to bring a lint roller up here. For some reason, I have kitty hair on me. Heels up, right, and left. So today we have 3 circuits. We're going to do, first circuit is cardio, second is strength, and the third is core. Let's march. So bring the thighs up, try to get them closer to parallel to the floor. So we're going to do the 4 cardio exercises, then we're going to do a short rest, and then we're going to do the 4 cardio exercises and the 4 strength exercises. Good hamstring curls, short rest, and then we're going to do the 4 cardio, the 4 strength, and the 4 core exercises. So we do circuit 1, then we do circuit 1 and 2, and then we do circuit 1, 2, and 3. Good, bring the knees back up, add a little rotation. You can have your arms crossed across your chest. You can have them lightly behind your ears. 4, 3, 2. Good. Hamstring curls again. Reach your hand towards your opposite heel. Good. 4, 3, 2. All right, we're going to tap it side to side. Bring our arms across our body. Nice, good swing. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to take the arms up. We're going to wave. This reminds me of those like inflatables. 4, 3, 2. All right, slow deadlift. So feet hip width apart, hinge it forwards, and stand up nice and tall. So hinge, lift, lift. Shoulders are down, ribs are tucked. We stay nice and tall. Hinge and lift. Keep going nice and slow. I like to think about running my hands right down the side of my leg. Like I'm reaching down, I want to grab my socks and pull them up. Good, slow squat. Take it down, push through to stand. So down, 2, up, 2. Good, so hips back towards our heels. Our knees are staying about over our shoelaces. And we're trying to keep our chest lifted. So we're sitting. 1 more. Good, let's hinge it forwards, open and close your book. Good, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna stand tall, arms circle it up and back and bring it back around. Switching arms, up and back around. If you would like, you can just do a nice big circle here. Good, circle and back. So the biggest circle that your shoulders are okay with doing right now. It is still early for most of us. Up and back. Last one. Good, forward step and reach right here. Forward step, pull it back, squeeze the shoulders together. 4, 3, 2. Side lunge, step it out, hold it in place. Just a nice good side to side. A little bit of an inner thigh opener. 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold it in the center. Cat-cow, inhale, exhale. Good, in and out. So if I turn, gentle arch, little tuck. Gentle arch, little tuck. So up and tuck. Good, couple more. Last one. Let's roll it all the way up. Keep the legs nice and wide. We're gonna step it back into a plank today. So we're gonna hinge it forwards and we're gonna step it back into a plank. We're gonna hold, we're gonna lift up to a down dog and then back to a plank. So down dog and then plank. If you want to, use this as an incline. Hands can be on a wall, they can be on the seat of a chair, something that's stable and sturdy and not going to move. So a glass coffee table, probably not the best choice. Good, we're gonna do a couple more. So down dog, back to plank. Last one, down dog, back to plank, and then you can walk yourself forwards or you can walk yourself up, whatever feels better, coming back to a standing position. We're gonna side step. So we're gonna get our heart rates elevated just a little bit. Good, so nice, good steps. 4, 3, double touch to the right. So double touch, double touch. Can you change it to a grapevine? So wide behind, wide together. I'm going with the music. It's a little quick. You go at your own speed. 3, 2, all right, power march or jog. So power march or jog. Again, you can just do a nice good march right here. Pump the arms. 8, 7. Here's 4, 3. March it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Grab a quick drink of water. All right, so 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. We're gonna go through circuit number 1. We have jumping jacks, and you have the option to grab very light dumbbells or like a couple of water bottles, you know, like a pound each. You don't have to. Second exercise is skaters. Third exercise is a jog or power march. Again, you can hold a dumbbell here if you'd like. It's 100% optional. And then either burpees or a triple extension, which is just a squat and throw the leaves up in the air because it is kind of looking like spring, although the weather's not going to say it is. But we're going to start with our jumping jacks in 3, 2, and 1. So jumping jacks, we're just going to take it out to the side. Low impact or high? I am keeping it low impact today. So it's just nice, good jumping jacks. And again, if you've got dumbbells, if you want to do that, we're talking like a pound or 2. We're not grabbing 20-pound dumbbells for this. It's going to get extra shoulders. I am not going to do that on round number 1. Maybe round 2 and 3. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how my shoulders are feeling. Because our strength today is mostly lower body. We do have push-ups, but you do have an option to modify when we get to that point. Good, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds rest. We're gonna go for skaters. You can always just do a variation on a side step. It's completely up to you. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it's a side step, cross behind, a little cross behind. We don't want to turn our bodies to the corners. Hips, knees, and toes are pointing forwards. It's just a little cross. Now you can just step it, keep it low impact right here. You can even just tap it in. I like to cross because it's going to give me a little bit of a stretch on the front and the front side of my hip, and it's going to get a little bit of strengthening on my glutes. So again, low impact if you'd like. You can do little arms, cross body. You can do, I have people that do big arms. They want to get the heart rate up, but they want to keep it low impact. Here's 2 and 1. All right, jogging or a power march. Jog or a power march. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we've got a jog. And we don't want to do just, you know, like some people do on a stair climber where just our heels are moving. We want to get that foot to clear the floor. So we want to make sure that we're getting the ball of the foot and the big toe off of the floor. So if you want to do a little bit of impact work today, then we can jog. You can also just power march. And I say when you power march, I want you to stomp it if you can. I know sometimes you're in an apartment, that's not going to work, but I want you to try to get a little bit of a stomp. How hard you stomp is between you and your knees. And maybe your back. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, burpees or triple extension. So the triple extension is just a squat and a lift up on your toes, open all the way up. Burpee, you can modify, use a chair, step it back, step or hop forwards. Good, time's on. So your option 1 is a triple extension. If you want to add a little jump, go for it. Squat, little jump, or squat, lift it up. Throw those leaves up in the air. Option, squat it down, step it back, step or hop forwards, stand up nice and tall. This involves getting down to the floor, reach it up. You can, again, put your hands on the seat of a chair, modify right here. So hands on the seat of a chair, step or step back, step or hop forwards, stand up nice and tall. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Little bit of a walkout, walk around, grab a quick drink of water. We are now going to do circuit 1 and then go right into circuit 2, which is strength. Circuit 2, we're gonna have a squat with a front kick, side lunges, deadlifts, and then push-ups. And you can do a banded chest press, you can do incline push-ups, you can modify. So super quick drink of water, we're gonna go back to our jacks. Good, get ready in 8, 7, 4, 3, jumping jacks right here. So nice, good jacks. So I'm gonna just show you the modification. These are 3s. This is probably a little heavy, yes? So I'm just gonna do a little bit of a slower jumping jack. If I was using 1-pounders, this wouldn't be quite so bad. You can also just do one arm at a time. If you're doing body weight only, try to get those arms all the way up overhead. Yes, you can be here. This is a little challenging for me today, but this is an option, or even here. If you want to get a little shoulder work in, I will probably regret this one later. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, dumbbells down if you're using them. We're gonna take it over to skaters. So enjoy your recovery. Your body recovers. You have the energy to do the next move. 2 and 1, good. So nice, good skaters. So step it. You can reach across the body. Today I am very tight in my chest and my core, my shoulders. So this feels really good to me today. I'm getting a little bit of a stretch, loosening up those muscles. But if you want to take it up, add in that hop. Sometimes working out is just basing it on how your body is feeling today. You might have to start a little bit lower, a little bit less intense than normal if you're having just kind of an off day. It happens to everybody. Here's 2 and 1, good. All right, jog or power march. Jog or power march. So same thing, if you want to grab a dumbbell or 2, you can, 100% optional. 100% optional, 2 and 1. So you can just march. And again, I want this one to be quick. This is our cardio. If you want to add a little jog, we're right here. I like this one because it helps me keep my chest upright versus leaning forwards or arching back. I'm just thinking about carrying something. You never know when you're going to have to carry something and run. Good, and again, you can just march. Nice, good marches. Power march. Try to get those thighs up if you can. Climbing stairs. 10 seconds to go. And we have our burpee or our triple extension. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So dumbbells down. Decide if you want to do a triple extension, if you want to do a burpee, modified burpee. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So hands down, step it back. You can step forwards and stand up nice and tall. You can hop it forward and you can jump at the top. You can make it as intense, or as not intense as you are feeling today. So take it back, step or hop forwards, and stand tall. I do safe burpees in my classes. We do not hop back, we step back. Stepping back usually means that we keep a better core position. A lot of times if we hop back, we drop our hips to the floor. That's not what we want. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Going right into our strength round now. Squat with a front kick. If you want to grab weights, great. If you don't, this is a body weight workout today. Here's 2 and 1. So we're going to squat and we're going to do a front kick. Squat, front kick. I want you to think about where your feet land when you step it back. I have one foot. When I step back, it always likes to be more forwards. So I have to think about keeping it right in line. Squat, front kick. And again, yes, it's a little cardio, but I want you to focus on your strength. Good technique. Squat, kick. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Side lunges. You can do like we do in the warm-up, side, center without stepping, or you can step out to the side, step together, out to the side. Good, time's on. So option, side lunge together, side lunge together. Option 2, side lunge, center, side lunge, center. You can see I don't do the step. Depends how you're feeling today. Again, I'm still feeling, I just feel very tight today. So think about like when you haven't done something for a while, like, hey, I'm gonna go swimming. And you go swimming and you're like, wow, I feel pretty good. And then the next day you're like, I don't feel as good as I did yesterday. When you're doing something different or you're doing activity for a long time, you feel it later. 2 and 1. Good, carefully bring it in. We're gonna go for deadlifts. Again, do you wanna grab weights? Go for it. You don't, that's okay too. I'm gonna show you a way to practice technique on deadlifts. Arms back, lengthen, hinge it forwards, and stand up nice and tall. Now remember, you are more than welcome to grab a dumbbell or two and add some resistance. But today, this is a good one, body weight only. You can see I'm not rounding, so if I feel like my elbows are popping out to the side, I want them down and back. Hinge it forwards, stand tall. Hinge it forwards, and stand tall. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we have push-ups. You can do a banded chest press standing. You can do an incline push-up. Push-up on the floor. If you want to do a chest press on the floor, you can, 100%. So if you want to do a chest press on the floor, good, time's on. So shoulders down and back. Hips are in front of our knees, usually for our push-ups. Take it down and press it up. So take it down and press it up. I want you to focus on quality over quantity. I'd rather have 5 good push-ups than 15 that are just, down and up. I want you to try to get your chest as close to the floor as you can get and come back up. Chest as close to the floor as you can get, come back up. Or chest as close to the countertop as you can get and then come back up. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll the shoulders. Give yourself a minute. If you're on the floor, come back to standing. We're going to come up to a standing position. We're going to add on our third circuit. So grab a quick drink of water. We're going to do mountain climbers with rows. Russian twists, reverse crunches, and glute bridges. If you're standing, I want you to just do rows. And if it's body weight rows, That's okay too. Or you can do a band pull apart with a march if you want to be a little bit more in tune. We're going to do Russian twists. So we're going to do core rotations. Reverse crunches is a mummy kick. And then for glute bridges, you're going to do alternating glute kickbacks. But we're going to start all the way back at the beginning with our jumping jacks. So get ready in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So jumping jacks. Now you have an option here as well. If your shoulders are feeling okay, you can do jacks with an overhead press, just like this. You can do full jacks. Again, I'm keeping it low impact today. That's just how I'm feeling. You can have your elbows open out to the side if they're feeling okay. Good, we're over halfway through. This is your last set for cardio, last set for jumping jacks. Good, we've got about 10 seconds. This is my shoulder work for today. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. All right, skaters. So it's our side step with our cross behind. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So side step, good cross behind, reach across the body. Or you can do a little reach down to the floor. You can add a little bit more of a lunge, take it down, take it down. Again, you can keep it low impact, nice good steps. Sometimes low impact just means bigger movements. Good, we've got 12 seconds. We're gonna go for our jog or our power march. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jog, power march, dumbbell, 100% optional. So bring it at your chest, bring it at your shoulders. Here's 2 and 1. So you can do a little jog or you can power march it. But we're thinking this is a little bit of core, yes? Because now we're trying to stabilize that dumbbell at our chest while doing our march or our jog. So we've got to stabilize the core and brace ourselves. Again, I have a couple of 3s. You can grab, a 3-pounder, a 5-pounder. The heavier the weight, the more you're gonna notice. But maybe you're like, nope, I'm doing body weight today. Awesome, go for it. 12 seconds. So good jog, good march. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we've got burpees or triple extensions. Burpees or triple extensions. Modify as needed. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So hinge it down, step it back, step it forwards, stand up tall. So I just like to think about getting up and down off of the floor. This is something everybody needs to do. Doesn't matter your age. If you're not quite ready to go to the floor, that's where you modify. You grab that chair. Or some of you I know have a step bench or even just a step stool. I say go for it. 10 seconds right here. 3, 2, and 1. Getting ready. Squat to front kick. Squat to front kick. Decide if you want to grab a dumbbell or not. This is 3rd round. We're seeing how we feel. Good. So squat it down, kick it to the front. When we do our kick, it's okay if your kick is low. We don't want to bring the knee up and then stomp when we do our kick. I want you to try to show me the bottom of your foot, but if it's got to be lower, then we're not going to overstretch our hamstring. So start with a low front kick. try to get your knee as high as you can, but we want to lift, we want to hold that knee while we straighten the lower leg. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Side lunges. Side lunges with or without the step. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So step it out, bring it in. I'm going to use a dumbbell. I'm just using a 10. So for me, this is kind of light. But nice, good side step, push off. And I do a hand switch, but you can just hold it right in the center. To me, it just feels better to do the switch, but it's also good for your brain. Hand switch in the middle. The two sides of your body have to coordinate that transfer. 12 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Deadlifts. And again, I'm going to do the practice deadlift. So I'm going to hold a dumbbell on the ends, shoulders down and back, ribs tucked. Time is on. So again, this is your option. You don't have to do this variation, but this is a good way to practice your deadlift technique, because you've got to keep the shoulders down and back, and you've got to keep the ribs tucked. So makes it a lot harder. If you feel like you're pulling your dumbbell through your hips, it's because you might be rounding your back. But if you feel like your dumbbell's getting like super stuck behind your butt, you might be arching a little bit too much. So this is just a good way to practice, learn a little technique. Good. 3, 2, 1. All right. Push-ups, chest press, banded chest press, lots of options. Good. 3, 2, and 1. So just a nice good push-up. So even if you're on your knees and you're in just a hands and knees position, we're still going to keep the core tight. We're still going to keep our shoulders away from our ears. I like to take my knees back, more of a knee push-up position. Take it down, press it up. So I keep my hands about under my shoulders. They don't have to be under my chest. I don't go too wide. Elbows close to the body is a shoulder safer position, but it's also more triceps, which makes it a little bit more challenging. 2 and 1. All right. If you're standing, you can do a band pull apart with a march. You can do rows, or if you're on the floor, we're going to do a couple of mountain climbers and then a couple of rows. Good. So I lift up, I do climber, climber, knees down if you need to, row, row, lift up, knee, knee, down your knees again, row, and row. So toe plank, knee drive, knees down, row to the hips, row to the hips. This is another one if you want to grab a dumbbell. These are called renegade rows. We're just focusing on some core. We have 12 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flip over onto your buns. Russian twists. If you're standing, you can do the core rotation like we do in the warm-up. Otherwise, shoulders down, knees bent, little lean back, and then it's just a little C curve with the tummy. And we're gonna think about paddling. So if you've ever paddled a kayak or a paddleboard or a canoe, normally you don't swap sides when you do a canoe, but you can. So just paddle, and it's okay if your paddle is just knee to knee or arms crossed across the chest, and make it small. We don't have to go all the way to the floor. You can do small movements, or you can just do a hold. So if you're told no rotations, you're just gonna hold right here. But if you can do a little paddle, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down onto your backs if you're on the floor. Reverse crunches. If you're standing, mummy kicks. Mummy kicks. Good. 3, 2, and 1. So little reverse crunch and tap the toes. Little crunch, tap the toes. So we don't want to make it just swinging our legs. Legs are locked in, and I want you to lift your hips to try to bring the knees closer to the chest. If you want to make it a little harder, you can try tapping the toe. You can try not tapping the toe. You can even just do a little bit of a pelvic tuck and relax. And it's hard to see, but it's a tuck, no glute bridge, just tuck and release. We're trying to focus on a little bit of a tuck under of the pelvis, focusing a little bit more on lower abs. We're getting all of it, but a little more emphasis on the lower portion. Good. Rest. We've got glute bridges. You can lift and hold. You can lift and lower. It's completely up to you. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So your first option, lift and hold. So ribs are tucked. We don't want to arch our low back, but we also don't want to lift our hips and still have our ribs down on the floor. So when we lift our hips, we lift our ribs as well. So our head and our shoulder blades are on the floor. Our feet are on the floor, but our thighs, our glutes, and our back up to our shoulder blades, hopefully, are lifted. We lifted it all as one piece. Even if you're doing a lower and a lift, we're not arching and rounding at our ribs. Our ribs are tucked under, so when we go down, our ribs go down. When we lift up, our shoulder blades come up off of the floor. You can put your hands on your ribs. Good. Rest. And you can kind of feel if they're flaring and tucking. Good. Rest, rest, rest. Give yourself a little bit of space, a little bit of a break. We're going to go for our stretching. So you can come to a seated position if you'd like. This is an opportunity to grab a drink of water. We're going to start on our backs today. If you want to be in a seated position using a chair, you're going to do basically the same thing. But we're going to pull the right knee into the chest. Left leg is extended straight. If you're sitting, you're just going to have your left leg on the floor and you're going to pull the right knee into the chest. Good. Let's switch sides. So left knee in, right leg extends out. Good. Now let's take the left leg out again. We're going to pull the right knee into the chest. We're going to take that right knee and we're going to pull it across the body. Try to get the toe to tap the floor. And then our right arm is going to reach up and out to the side. If you're sitting, you're going to cross your ankle over your thigh, pull the knee to the chest, and then you're still going to try to open and look back behind you. So the only difference if you're sitting is you're going to have your ankle crossed across your thigh. You're going to pull this knee up towards the opposite shoulder, and you're still going to kind of turn and look behind you, reach that arm back. Good. Release, switching. So we're going to take right leg out, left leg up, pull the left leg across the body. Left arm is going to reach diagonally. And we're trying to keep the shoulder close to the floor. Mine's a little lifted. And then we're trying to get a little stretch on the outer thigh and the glute. Good. Go ahead and bring it into the center. Pull both knees into the chest. And if you'd like, you can lift your nose towards your knees, a little bit of a tuck. Good, 4, 3, 2, roll it over to one side. We're gonna flip it over, hands and knees position. We're gonna sit back into a child's pose. If you're standing, you can come to a standing position, hands on the back of a chair or on a countertop or even the wall. Soften your knees, you're gonna hinge it back. For me, my focus is on stretching underneath the arms. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and bring it up, hands and knees position. Shoulders down and back. We're gonna do our hip circle. So we're just gonna circle our hips one way, and then we're gonna relax and circle them the other. Just 2, and 1, and then change direction. So we're doing about 5. Good, let's walk our hips towards our heels, hands towards your knees, kneeling position, come up to a half kneeling position, tuck your tail, squeeze your glutes, a little bit of a push forwards, and we're just gonna stretch the hip flexor. If you're standing, you're just gonna be in a lunge position. Good, and 3, 2, 1, take it back, switching sides, same thing, so half kneeling position, tuck your tail, squeeze the glute, and then do a little bit of a push forward if you'd like. Good, let's pull it back, pull the front leg back. We're gonna come up to a standing position all the way up. We're just gonna roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Good, shoulders down away from the ears, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring it up, we're gonna look to one side, look to the other. Bring it into the center. We're gonna take right arm up, and then we're gonna take right hand to the small of the back. So right hand up, small of the back. Good, one more. Bring it up, small of the back. Switching sides. So pat on the back, little back rub. Pat on the back rub. Good, one more time. Pat on the back, and back rub. Good, shoulders down. We're gonna take a nice deep breath in. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale. One more time, big breath in, and out. And you are all done.